Hi.
Hello.
I'm Mr. G.
I'm Margot.
And we are here at Rich Mix and talking about new creatives. One of the things that I love about working at Rich Mix is I get a chance to see so many different young people try out so many new and creative things.
It's going to be putting something together that resonates with the young people that we're working with, to go in the background of their interviews and as a little theme tune for the beginning and the end of the film.
And now we're going to put you in capable hands of Laurice.
Hello, my name is Laurice. I'm a former new creative, and today I'm going to be interviewing some incredible people that work in the creative industry. And now we're going to be talking to Dennis Cook, head technician at Rich Mix. Hello Dennis, long time no see, how are you?
I'm all good.
I just want to talk a bit about what you do and your role as head technician at Rich Mix.
Head technician, I do quite a bit, but my main role is actually working with the clients, working with people that come in. So technician just covers all areas, lights, sound, and cinema. But my main thing is sound. That's my joy, that's what I like doing. But yeah, I do quite a bit here. It's very hard to break down to one little thing. But everything technical that comes into Rich Mix, I'll do or I've done.
So you know all the ins and outs and everything that needs to be done. That's incredible. So Dennis, what does your working day look like? A typical day as a sound engineer at Rich Mix?
Typical day, if I'm doing a show, I will get the paperwork of what's gonna be happening. Turn up. If it's just like, say for instance, a full-on gig with a stand-up band, I try to get everything as prepared as much as possible before the artists arrive. So I set the stage, that's putting the drum kit in stage, putting the mics all in position. Then the promoter arrives, we check everything's okay, artists arrive, it's time for sound check. It becomes like a lot of things. You become a stage manager without realizing it. You're just communicating with the acts, making sure they're happy with what they get, make sure the sound checks all go smoothly, make sure everyone's happy, because if they're happy on stage, I'm happy mixing all night, so I'd have to focus on what they need on stage. It goes the same way like that. Once in a while, a client will come in to see the space. You can communicate so much in words, but you have to be, even in these COVID times, you still have to have full-on meetings and just show them the space, run the idea of what they actually want to do on the show, see their vision, so that when it comes to the day, you can actually give them what they requested beforehand.
So they tell you their vision and then you execute it?
Yep.
Okay, so do you have any advice for like young people who want to do sound engineering, or any tips for how to be like the best sound engineer?
Well, I went the other way. Instead of first of all going to school for it and learning it that way, which you can do, which I do recommend to get that, because it helps when it comes to like the other side, like to be able to talk tech. It helps it that way. I did it when I'm just working with other people. So I find someone that's doing a show, I like it. I will come over to them and say, hi, are you a sound engineer? I'm trying to become a sound engineer. If you have a chance, can I actually just see what you're doing? 9 out of 10 times, people will say, yeah, sure. And after a while, they realize they got free labor, so they ask you to come and work for them, like to do little by little, you learn something new, and you're always picking up stuff from people as you go along. And yeah, I know you're having a good hair as well.
I'm having a good day.
Yeah. All you're doing is making whatever is on stage louder. So you just, the EQing is to make it sound natural. It's not to just go all crazy. So if it sounds good, and you turn it up and it sounds good already, you're done. So it can be really easy, but at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, so have a good ear, but also don't be afraid to ask questions and ask the sound engineer if you can have a look at the mixing and stuff. Is that what you?
Never be afraid to ask, because I always say this to people, like, if you don't ask, you're only going to get no. If you ask, you can get no, or you can get yes. So you've got two options if you ask, or definitely no if you don't. So
exactly, and the worst that can happen is they say no, and it's fine.
Yeah, you just move on. You just stay in a distance and just look.
So thank you, Dennis. And that was a really nice conversation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I see myself as a new creative, mainly because I want to push myself to any limits that I have, so I can become a creative person other than just somebody who doesn't really do much and doesn't really see themselves going anywhere further than they actually will do.
My name's Hitten. I founded a company called Phrase Differently. Phrase Differently is a music publisher. More often than not, it's not the artist writing the songs, it's songwriters in a studio working together, coming up with the idea and making the production and the music and coming up with those songs. So music publishing is really, it helps songwriters find homes for their songs. So we find people who write songs and turn them into songwriters. We develop them, we sign them, we give them opportunities, we put them into writing sessions. We then send their songs, if we think that they're right, to the right artist for that song, whether it's Justin Bieber or Little Mix or Calvin Harris. And we try and find a way for that song to be heard by the general public. So yeah, that's where I started Phrase Differently, because I just felt that there was a lot of opportunity to deliver the right songs to the right artists. The song is at the center of the whole musical universe. And while I was at Universal, I saw how songs turned artists who didn't have a fan base into big successes pretty much overnight. I remember like one of the things that I was involved in was Rihanna back in the day, and for a Rihanna album, like you have 30,000 songs being sent in from all over the world. So there's only like what, 10, 12 songs that make it at the end of the day onto the album. And there's only probably 3 of those 12 that are really the special ones, i.e. the singles, the ones you hear on the radio that promotes that album.
What advice would you have for aspiring young artists?
If it's just the money you're interested in and not the art, I don't think that the art will be good. You know, the focus always has to be on the art and on the song, because actually, you know, everyone who listens to songs can know when it's real, when it's authentic. You know, you have to know who you are, who you want to be musically as an artist. Ask yourself the question, what do you stand for? What makes you different to other artists? And then the thing is about trying to find like-minded people, because no one ever achieves success on their own. They need to be just as driven as you are, just as motivated. They need to be doing their own development and getting better every day and practicing what they're doing. Because I've seen people who weren't naturally talented become superstars. The people who weren't born with it, who worked super hard day in, day out, through the night, they actually then became better.
Oh, thank you, Hitten. It's been wonderful, and I've learned so much about the music industry and publishing and everything.
Brilliant. If you want to know more, come down and visit our studios.
Definitely will. Definitely take you up on that. Thank you so much.
What interests me about the new creative project is that I'm going to get to learn how to use my creative skills in a more corporate environment, because I feel like that's something that a lot of creatives, especially young creatives, lack, is the ability to market our work in a corporate world. And I also am looking for mentorship as well. I feel like that's a very important sort of step in a young creative's career.
Hey guys, I'm Iffy, the event coordinator here at Rich Mix, but also I am a singer-songwriter, born and raised in East London. Soul and R&B are my jam, so yeah, that's me. So welcome to New Creatives.
So Effie, how are you today?
Good, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So, what is your job at Rich Mix?
So I am the event coordinator at Rich Mix. So I tend to deal with all the commercial hires, all the non-programmed events. So that can range from anything from a conference to a wedding to an artistic hire that may not have been able to fit within the program, or, so it's a wide range of different events that I deal with. I just wanted to do as much events and work with an arts charity or work with an arts organisation who were able to offer, a lot of development or a lot of, opportunities to young people like myself or young artists like myself. And I wanted to give that skill or give, myself to an organisation that was doing good. And Rich Mix was at the top of the list. So when I saw it, I was like, I want to get in. There was no job at the time for event coordinator, event job. I just thought if I get in from any angle, I can slowly try and see how I can get into that department or, help in other ways. So the idea initially was just to be able to help at events and just, add support any way that I can, rather than actually becoming the event coordinator. So when I was doing my role as front of house, I was working on a number of different events, whether that was private hires or artistic events, spoken word events, music events, all kinds of events, because we know Rich Mix does everything. So it was really good to just get that ground level experience of working at an event.
Yeah, so would you say for young people that if they don't know exactly what they want to do, sometimes it's just good to just get into the space, get through the door, get stuck in, 100%. And then just build your way up and then just go for it?
A lot of us kind of stop ourselves out of fear or just don't know the what ifs, and just get kind of deterred and scared and that. But you just have to do it. You just got to take that first step, and then you just don't know what other opportunities may come in doing that.
So Effie, what is the process of songwriting like, and what is it like being on stage?
I will hear a beat in my head, and I will sing that beat down. So the voice recording on your phone, the app, I use that as like my best mate. I use that every single day, and because it comes to me at random times. So I might get a beat in my head, on the journey home, and I'm just like, I need to lock it in before I forget. Or, I'm in the shower and I'm singing the song, and I legit run out the shower and get my phone and record it and try and remember it, because for some reason, if you leave it too long, it just disappears, isn't it? So you just want to lock it down as soon as you have it. When I was working with a few musicians and just doing live jams and stuff, sometimes all of it might come out. There'll be a day where I've just written a song in 5 minutes because I just felt it, and I just, I just vibed, and the band were on it, like the guitarists were doing a sick riff, like the drummers were kicking in. Like it just depends on the time, the type of vibe that you're at and where you're at and what you're doing. Because sometimes it can happen like that, but then at times it's taken me months. It's taken me a year sometimes to write, to finish and complete a song. But then to answer your question about what do I love most about being on stage, I love it all. I think that is honestly the best part of being an artist for me. I love being able to perform because I feel free. I feel like myself when I'm on stage. It's so weird to explain, because you're super nervous when you go on the stage and like, oh my gosh, am I gonna get the lyrics right? Other people gonna enjoy it, blah, blah, blah. And then after the first couple seconds, I'm like in my zone, and I'm just like, yo, I'm enjoying this. I need to portray the story to people. I want people to feel. I want people to really get what I'm trying to say. And I think that's what I love about it. And I will do everything I can to make sure that the audience leave with something and actually feel something.
Like having a bad day and they put on your song
and they're just like vibing.
Their complete day. Yeah, and they're vibing. All
that's the goal.
They're at a party.
And then the song comes on and then it's like, do you know what I mean? Honestly, it is the best thing about music. Whether that's one person that hears my song and vibes, or it's 1,000 people that hear it, or millions and millions of people, I don't care. As long as I touch one person, my job is done. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question.
No, definitely,
cool.
100%.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Effie.
No worries, thank you. Thanks.
I see myself as a new creative, being 18 years old and only being now able to put myself out in the industry, having left school legally, being 18. Opportunities should be arising now for myself rather than me being a student becoming an actual creative.
I'm now going to be interviewing Governor B, who is a 2-time Mobile Award winner and founder of Hello Mate, which provides young people with opportunities within the creative industry. Hello Governor B, how are you today?
Doing very well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm very good, thank you. I just want to say I really loved your set. It was great, lots of energy. What was it like to perform after the lockdown?
It was amazing, man. I think I underestimated how much I would enjoy it, because obviously I haven't had a show since March now. And I did something a couple months ago, but this was like the first, full set. So it felt amazing. I've definitely missed it.
Yeah, it must have been super cool. So do you want to tell us a bit more about Hello Mate Live?
Yeah, man. So I guess kind of rap music, drill music, hip hop music, it gets a bad rep from the media. And whenever there's an issue that plagues society, such as youth violence, I think that kind of music is often a scapegoat. But I wanted to show that there were young creatives from all around London and further afield that are using those genres of music for positive change, speaking about really positive stuff. So it just really gives a platform to up-and-coming artists and more established artists to just showcase their positivity and show the media that actually, like, this music can be used for good, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So how did you get into music and events and stuff like that?
I started like clashing in the playground, so rap battling in year 9. I saw Kano on MTV Base back in the day, and he lived around the corner from me. And I thought, if he's on TV, maybe I can start rapping as well. So yeah, I just started rapping in the playground, and I started to do quite well. But I was just rapping about the stuff that I thought you had to rap about, like guns, girls, drugs. But in reality, I didn't have a gun, didn't do drugs, didn't get any girls either. And so, yeah, man, a guy at my youth club said, why don't you just write about something that's real to you and more authentic? And I started doing that, and people enjoyed it. So it just went from there, really.
Okay, lovely. And what would you say in terms of creativity, and how important would you say creativity is in terms of just life in general?
Yeah, I think for me, creativity it's everything, man. It's really important. I mean, when you're in a situation that's good or a situation that's really challenging, you can't always see a way out of that. Yeah. But if you kind of channel your inner creativity, it provides options. So for me, I was sitting at home on my council estate, and I just picked up a pen and thought, let me just write some positive lyrics and be creative, and look what happened. Do you know what I mean? And even if not everyone's gonna be like do it professionally or tour the world or whatever, it's still like very therapeutic, to process your thoughts, your emotions, and that kind of stuff. So I'd advise anyone to find a release. It might not be rap music, maybe it's drawing, or maybe it's poetry, but I think everyone's got a way of like finding a release, So yeah, creativity is very important.
Yeah, it's so, so important. As you said, a release, you could let all your emotions out, and also it can be used in kind of even more 9-to-5 jobs, just in life in general, kind of just thinking outside the box.
That's so true, man.
Yeah, and using different ways to kind of, see the world.
Because sometimes people think you're a creative if you're like a rapper or singer, but you can be like an accountant or a builder and still be creative in the way that you approach your job. So that's definitely facts. And the other thing I'd say as well is, like with all the issues that we face in the world, sometimes they seem like such big issues that we can't do anything about it individually, like pandemic or like racism, or you feel like helpless. But creativity gives you like a way and an outlet to be able to contribute. And if everyone did that, when you put it together, it's actually like a big difference, So I think creativity is powerful as well.
So do you have any advice for younger artists and up-and-coming artists like that are just kind of in their bedroom writing lyrics?
Definitely. First thing I say is everyone's gifted, Like it was my primary school teacher that told me, I got in trouble one day, and she was like, why are you always getting in trouble? Like, don't you know that you're good at writing? You're really good in your English class. And up until that point, I didn't know that I was. No one had ever told me that I was. So it's important to have good role models, you know. Look at your life and think, who are the people that are really positive, that speak life and positivity, and keep them close, because encouragement goes a long way, you know. And the other thing I'd say is, like, the world's already got like a Governor B or a Ed Sheeran or whoever it is, so just be yourself, you know. Don't try and imitate, but just try and be your most authentic self, and that's going to be like one of the most freeing things ever. So yeah, just be yourself and look for the positivity around you.
Nice, that's very, very, very good advice, very good advice. Yeah, it's so important to have good people around you that encourage you, and it's also so important to be true to yourself. Yeah, obviously taking inspiration.
Don't be afraid to fail, because I failed a lot, man. But even when you fail, it's going to lead you eventually to what you're meant to be doing. So don't worry about if you get it wrong sometimes. You know, even with this event that we run at Rich Mix, man, it was just an idea. And when I first tried it, I couldn't really see how it would work. And then we put the event together and we thought, that wasn't very good and this wasn't very good. But you just learn and you improve. So try and see it as a bit of a journey rather as I've got one opportunity to get it right, you know. Whether it's like those really good events where have been sold out or like the awards and that, like I've learned so much more from the times that I flopped, do you know what I'm saying? So they're way more valuable than the wins.
Would you say Rich Mixes help you as in your career and as an artist?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, what we're trying to build here with Alamate Live is give an opportunity to people that might not necessarily get one. And I think the thing that sets Rich Mix apart is they're always looking to do the same, always looking out for the defenseless, the disenfranchised, the kind of outcasts in society that no one, well, people often forget about, you know, the young people and people that need an opportunity. So for me, it's more than just, we're going to come and do our thing at this venue. They want to help people. And me being from East London as well, and Rich Mix being in the East, it's a special feeling. So very grateful to them, because we started Alamate Live here, and it's been here every year since. So yeah, long may it continue. I'm from a faith background, I'm a Christian, and a lot of the music that we do is influenced by that. And sometimes you can get put in, this is that box and this sits over there. But with Rich Mix, it's such a beautiful mix of culture and different views and opinions and that kind of stuff, and I think it makes it a really safe space.
Definitely, yeah. You got cabaret, you got rap, you got theatre pieces, you've got everything under the sun.
Yeah, you got Mr. G.
You got Mr. G, yeah, the incredible Mr. G. But yeah, it was lovely talking to you. Soon come, soon come. But yeah, no, it was great talking to you, Governor B.
Yeah,
it's been fun, man.
COVID.
I see myself as a new creative because I'm aspiring to make myself become known, I guess, but mainly to help others.
I hope you've had a taste of what New Creatives is all about.
We are based here in Bethnal Green Road, so come in, the door is open, and we're looking forward to have you on New Creatives programme.
Yeah, always remember, be yourself, have fun, trust in the process, trust in your creativity, and our doors are always open. Come and have a chat with us. See you soon. Bye.
Look, trust me, it's all in our mind. Every day there's something new, and I've been battling demons all of my life. I've seen dark times, so right now I wanna see you all of the lights. Track 8 on the last album, man, weird than in all that I had five. Still spinning, kids still killing. A 12-year-old got shot, still chilling. Still causing a block, still drilling. Wanna see change, while I'm still living. I'll move vivid, write true lyrics, then when I do wickedness, when it's you spitting.